Hey everyone, DirgeGaming here with another Starcraft 2 HotS 1v1 commentary. This is ZvZ, and it's against my opponent, I think, inanimate. Yes, inanimate. This is on Star Station. Star Station? That doesn't tell me the map on here. That's annoying. I want to say Star Station, but I also want to say... Oh no, because I think Derelict Watch is only 2v2. So, yeah, I'm playing the red Zerg in the bottom left, and he is playing the blue Zerg in the top right. Yeah, I played this game a few days ago, and I thought it was pretty good in the sense that it was a pretty even matchup. So, like, once the action starts, it's pretty action packed. I'll tell you that. I won't spoil the rest of the replay for you. So. Now, this map only has cross spawn positions, and I like it. I like to play it as Zerg because you're not so close to your opponent. Like, because if you're close by air, close by ground, sometimes it can be annoying. Like if you're getting rushed and you don't expect it. But at least this way, if you see it coming, you have enough time to react. Because if you're playing on, for example, what's that map called? Neoplanet. If you're getting rushed, you only have so much time to react and prepare for it. If you're not expecting, I mean, if you're expecting, obviously, shouldn't be an issue. You should be ready for it. So, he is going for a gas first into spawning pool. So, it probably fast link speed. I am also doing the same thing. Gas first into spawning pool. So, pretty even so far. I didn't mean to do that. Switch that back. Yeah, he's going for a couple quick Zerglings. I am going queen. I don't know why he's not getting his queen first. I would always get my queen first. But he is not even starting. Okay, he's not starting. What did he spend his gas on? Did he? Oh, maybe he didn't have enough gas yet, and he's still not getting metabolic boost for his Zerglings. He's throwing down an expansion here. Whereas I'm throwing mine down right now, so mine's a little bit later. And he does have a few more Zerglings out than I do. So I don't think I saw them coming. I'm kind of just rallying my own Zerglings up there, worrying about my base a little bit more. So I do see he's expanding, and I don't think he knows that I'm expanding just yet, but he probably assumes I have. So a little bit of Zergling pressure from both of us. And he's building 2 spines. I guess he's expecting some sort. I think he saw my Zerglings coming, but he's just going to cancel those because I think he has some more Zerglings of his own coming out soon. So he is putting pressure on my hatchery. I don't really have much to defend it with. I mean, I do have a few Zerglings here, but I think they're all focused on the hatchery anyway, so I can just send these Zerglings down and take them out real quick. And my Zergling speed just finished. So I was able to save that, and he actually was able to save this too, unfortunately. So I just want to send my Zerglings in, kind of get a scout of what's going on. See the Bangling nest, I see a bunch of spines for no reason. So I'm assuming he's going to cancel those, because he has Zerglings out, there's no reason to. Now what I don't understand is he doesn't have a queen yet. I don't know why you would not want a queen. I mean, if you need army, it gets your army faster, and if you need workers, you can drone up faster. And even if you don't have the money or you're supply blocked or something, I mean, the larvae aren't going anywhere. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all. And he keeps the spines. I guess he's expecting a lot more Zergling pressure from me, which is good because I do want to take this hatchery out. If I can deny this hatchery, that'll be big for me. So I do have 2 more queens on the way, 12 more Zerglings, and his metabolic boost is not even done yet. So, I mean, I'm pretty far ahead. I think, at least if, as far as workers go. Forgive me, I don't remember the hotkeys for some of this stuff. So, So I am ahead of him in workers. I do have 6 more workers than him, which in the long run could be big. I think I did lose a few more units than him too, and I am going to try and run past here and take out this hatchery, but so close. 26 health. If I just ran those Zerglings around the back over here and gotten out of range of some of the spines, I probably could have taken it out. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I should have, because that would have put me ahead big time. But for now, I'm just going to focus on spreading creep and droning up. Spreading creep in ZvZ is kind of iffy. If you're going for a ground army, you kind of want it between your bases so you can move your army between bases faster. But you don't really want your opponent to be able to run right to your base really quickly. That's a lot of blood coming out of the hatchery. Holy crap. So I am throwing down a Roach Warren and an Evo. He is just now getting his queens. Just now getting his queens. The 8.5 minute mark, his queens are popped. So, oh no, only 1 queen is popped. So he's got 1 queen at 8.5 minutes in. And now he's just going for his lair. So I'm just sitting down here. I don't think I have any units really. No army, which doesn't matter because he doesn't have any army either, really, except for those Zerglings. He's getting Banelings. Banelings are on the way for him. I think I'm just kind of chilling out. Get my lair as well. No Baneling nest for me, which I probably could have, but I'm not really seeing any pressure coming out from him. I think of Overlords, yeah. So I'm going for my 3rd. He, however, is not. He's kind of. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Like what his master plan is over here. He's not injecting, which I can't really bust his chops about because I fail at injecting a lot of the time. Yeah, like look how much energy this queen has. This one's not so bad. This one's pretty good still. He is floating a lot of money, and I was able to take out an Overlord there and supply block him pretty hard. So. Now, when I was playing this game, I actually thought I was a lot farther behind than I actually was. I mean, in this case, really, I'm not far behind at all. So, I mean, I did lose a few more units than him, but I'm 10 workers up on him, and I'm about to have my 3rd up as well, whereas he hasn't even started building his. So I do some roaches out. He, however, is building his spire. So his spire is on the way. I, however, am getting roach speed. I'm getting my 1 missile attacks. I did get a bunch of Zerglings, so I do have a lot of Zerglings. I do have a bunch of roaches. So I think I'm going to try and bring this down. Now, see, what would have helped here is Banelings. I don't know if I forgot to build a Baneling nest or what was going on, but if I had Banelings here, it probably would have helped me in breaking this a lot more. Now, he doesn't see this either, so he's just kind of doing his own thing. Where's that spire at anyway? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what's going on. He has no creep spread. He just has these units just chilling out here. And yeah, not even fully saturated on his main. Or his natural, really. He could use a few more workers. Mine is pretty well. I could use a few more workers as well. But I have a Hydralisk den on the way. Another hatchery. Oh, macro hatch, sorry. He does have 7 Mulists on the way now. Now, I don't know this. So, he does know my army is here now, though. Now, what sucks is I have no anti-air in my army right now. Though my Hydralisk den is almost done. See, this Banelings would have just blown right through here. My roaches would have been set. So, now by the time I actually go in to engage again, he has his Mutalisks out. So that's going to pose a little bit of an issue for me. I mean, it's nowhere near a lot of Mutalisks, but it's still a pain. So I'm just going to back my army out a little bit. Now, I do have 9 more roaches. I was not expecting the Mutalisk, so I roaches on the way rather than Hydralisks. My 3rd base is up in mining. I'm going to put 2 more geysers down on there. And I am going to start putting spores down because of the spore buff. They 3-shot Mutalisk, so that's like the best defense you can have. So I think I just throw down a couple spores at each base and I'll be set. I should be starting my Hydralisk upgrades soon. I should be getting a Hydralisk soon. because that would be very helpful. Oh, he supply blocked me. Yeah, he just flew his Mutalisks around and started taking out my Overlords. That is the one thing that's a pain about them too in ZvZ, is once Mutalisks are out, your Overlords that are scouting or doing it, whatever they're doing, they just start getting taken out. My roaches are just getting hammered by these Mutalisks. So, still no Hydras. I got some Overseers on the way here. And he's got one flyer attack, he's got more Mutalisks on the way. Now he is still only on 2 bases, so I do have the economic advantage, which is good for me. He's just rallying more and more mutas, just kind of coming down here trying to pick off whatever I have, so I should really just move all these units back into here, where my Spore Crawler is. I should be injecting there as well. But, yeah, Overlord speed would have helped a lot here. I wouldn't have lost so many Overlords, but I have so many minerals I can just replace those Overlords pretty quickly. So Hydralisk speed is on the way, and I'm finally getting some Hydralisks. Finally. I probably should have gotten this a little bit sooner, but what are you going to do, you know? So I think I did lose my Queen, and he might be, if he focuses it down, he might be able to take out this hatchery here as well. So finally arranging my Spore Crawler. He is just going to focus down my my hatchery, which is unfortunate, but it's not going to be a deal breaker for this game yet. Despite has 1 health left, oh my god, is he going to get it? Alright, so Hydras are out. They're just going to start melting those Mutalisks, which is good. I could have used a little bit more, but I think, yeah, with the Spore Crawler, it'll just force him to pull back his mutas. Now, he did send units in this way. I wasn't really paying attention. I think he got some Baneling hits in there. He will take out my Queen, which sucks, but not a lot of damage being done by him, besides my hatchery. So he's still on 2 base. Yeah, it's hard to do Mutalisks off of 2 base, especially when your gas is even saturated. So he's throwing down 2 more hatcheries, 2 more macro hatcheries. Really, he should be throwing them down here and here. Oh, he's going to throw it down. Start building his 3rd. But he probably should have had his 3rd up a while ago. Especially after he, right when he pushed my army back, when he saw I didn't have any Hydralisks, he started pushing into my base. That's when he should have thrown his 3rd down, because he would have had it up and mining already. And with all the minerals he had, he could have droned up more, because there's no way he was using all of his larvae on Mutalisks. I'm sure he had plenty of larvae left over, providing he was injecting properly. So, I need to reset. Oh no, this is resaturated already. So I kind of got my army going, got Hydra range on the way. Should have Missile Attack 2 coming up soon. I should have another Evo Chamber. He is trying to do some damage with these Mutalisks. I don't think he has enough to really do much of anything. So, because I have a few Spore Crawlers down there. He only has... No, that's not what I want. So he only has 12. He only has 12 Mutalisks. I mean, I only have 9 Hydralisks, but yeah. So neither of us really. I mean, our roaches are pretty. My roach count is still pretty high, which is pretty good for how many banelings he has. But he does have more mutas. And yeah, 13 Hydras on the way, so that'll be very helpful. So I do manage to find this right after it was built. So that's great for me because I'm going to be able to take this out like in no time. He has no defense. He does have this army here, but yeah, that's not going to do much of anything. Maybe he can take out a few Hydras with those banelings, but other than that, not doing much of anything. My army, I think, does get intercepted here accidentally. And yeah, those banelings, they do some damage to the roaches. I mean, the Hydras could have been in better position. I think he did send more Zerglings down here. I don't know how they all die. There's no way my Queen is killing them. Excuse me. There's no way my Queen's killing all those those Zerglings unless he's trying to focus stuff down. So he just has a Mutalisks Cloud, a few banelings. It's not too much. I mean, if he does manage to connect the banelings without... Yeah. If he manages to melt my Hydralisks, like I just let him instead of splitting him off like I should have, then, yeah, it's not going to be so good for me. If I microed my Hydras properly right there, I probably could have just taken his mutas out and just pushed to win. And that would have been it. So these Hydras will be able to help me out a little bit. Finally, plus two missile attacks is on the way. I should have... And somebody's messaged me on Steam. I should have another Evo Chamber down, so I can get armor. And I should be... There we go. Okay, there we go. As I was about to say, I should be throwing down my 4th. So he's trying to double expand now because I denied his 3rd. So that does suck a little bit for him. However, he does have... Oh no, he doesn't have the upgrade advantage on me yet either. So, I mean, Mutalisks are good if your opponent is going Mutalist, but I mean, there's just so many things to counter Mutalisks in ZvZ right now. I mean, Hydralisks are good against them if you have a good unit composition. I mean, Fungals, if you land huge Fungals on the Mutalists, that can just wipe them out. I mean, yeah, obviously they're still good, they just wiped out all my Hydralisks, but, and the regen on them. Their passive regen is good. So, I don't know, I think they're very situational now because of the Spore Crawler buff. I mean, before it was, you can just go in and just harass like crazy, but now with the Spore Crawlers up, it's a pain. So I think I might be able to deny this again. Yeah, it's going down. So good, I forced the cancel on that. I don't think I know that this is going down yet, so that's still okay though, because he's just so far behind in the economy. I do have 60 more Hydras on the way, and +2 range attack is going to be done, as well as my fourth. My fourth is going to be done, so I can start saturating that. Now I should just let my army hang out here and just saturate that real quick, and then go back into producing units. So he's still only off of 2 bases, and he's almost mined out at his main. So I do have a lot more Hydra reinforcements coming up on the way. I should be getting a little bit more roaches, just to kind of deal with his banelings a little bit, so I can kind of just either mix up the composition or just force him to hit my roaches, because that would be a lot better for me. Now this engagement right here is very good for me. I was able to split that and just get a better concave. The Zerglings do some annoying damage to my Hydralisks, but I think I'm able to clean this up pretty handily. Almost. I do get a lot of damage done. I think I can take out his hatchery. Yeah, so his hatchery's down. Another denied expansion. He didn't even get any mining done on that yet. Maybe a little bit. I don't know if that's from just sending drones over there though, or not. So I do have 9 more Hydras on the way. I do have +1 Carapace on the way. He's just getting tons of Zerglings because he has no gas. You can't do mass... I mean, you can do mass muta off of 4 geysers, but it's tough. I mean, if you're losing a lot of Mutalisks and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to keep up with the production, and you're just going to get floored. I mean, that's the only way to put it. So I'm getting some more Overseers. He's still getting mutas, Zerglings. His hatcheries, one of them is almost done. This one's almost done. So I think he's going to try and saturate that. No creep spread still from him. Which, I mean, even if your opponent is going ground army a lot, I would still at least get it between your bases so you can kind of move your army around a little bit faster. Just minimize damage, minimize losses. So Hive Tech is on the way for me. Overlord speed. I'm just kind of keeping up this creep spread because I know he's really committing to air, and I can kind of extend my creep a little bit more just to reinforce my army faster because it's not going to affect his movement at all. So he does have a few drones over here, mainly for gas. Like I was saying, he needs a lot more gas than he's getting. So it's kind of a formidable army for him. A lot of Mutalisks, lots of Banelings. That is like the key for his army right now. If he connects his Banelings properly, he can just destroy my army. So I do have, just keep on producing the Hydralisks. I want to take out this base again. Yeah, here comes his army, and see if we can get a good Baneling connects. The Zerglings are getting a nice surround, and they're kinda connecting well. I mean, he really wants to kill those Hydras. If he can't kill those Hydras, his army is just useless. So he does get a lot of my army down. I want to see. Yeah, so he is ahead of me though. I mean, he is ahead of me in resources lost by quite a bit, almost 5,000. I think if I had some infestors in this composition, I would have done a lot better. But I was just kind of focused on just throwing more and more units out, and denying expansions and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, I'm behind, but I'm also on 4 bases where he is just now getting his 3rd saturated. So, and I have tons of gas in the bank too, whereas he is kind of struggling to keep his muta count up. So, he is getting +1 ground attack finally. I think my upgrades could be a lot better as well though. So, yeah, +2 Carapace, a +3 missile attack is on the way. And, yeah, I think he's only got a few mutas. He doesn't really have too many mutas right now. So his muta count is kind of low. His Zergling count is very low. He's no Zerglings, well, a few Zerglings, and like almost no Banelings. and he is just kind of hurting. So he's just going to throw his army at me here. Zerglings are just going to melt, and then if he doesn't connect, yeah, he doesn't connect any of those, I just have Hydra reinforcements on the way everywhere. And he is just going to... his drones are coming off the line, and yeah, he's not too happy with me. So he does leave. Kind of an interesting game. I mean, he did get a little bit of harassment on me in the beginning, but I just kept him in his base, kept him on his toes, and just had the better economy, the better production. So, that was a good game, minus the rage at the end. A couple things I could have done better is I could have countered his mutas a little bit better with either... I could have transitioned to Ultralisk, and that would have just negated any sort of Baneling or anything like that, and if I threw in a couple Hydras in there, excuse me, or even not even tech that high and just go for Infestors, and just kind of try to land some Fungals on there and do a couple more Zergling run-bys and kind of keep him at bay. I mean, I think I did a pretty decent job at that, though. What he could have done better, I don't know. I mean, he was doing a decent job connecting with the Banelings and stuff, but once your Banelings are gone and your Zerglings are gone, you only have your Mutalisks. And if you can't engage Hydralisks straight up with your Mutalisk cloud, then what good are they? You know what I mean? So maybe a few more Roaches or even Fungals for my Hydras, because I think, a few Fungals will just take out Hydralisks. And Swarm Host could have been good too, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I did. Thanks for watching.